today's our Monaco day. Off to Monte Carlo and see the changing of the guard and any Formula One stuff that we can find. Taking the scenic ferry across.
That's right.
Alright, so on our recent trip we took the ferry over to Monaco and we walked around town checking out as many of the different landmarks as we could find and recognize from all of the Formula One races there, and kept our eyes open for some cool car spotting, both electric and not. We saw a ton of supercars, and then we headed down to the Royal Prince's car collection to see all of the amazing supercars, classic cars, and Formula One race cars on display. As soon as we got off of the ferry, we saw this really cool thing, which I've never seen before, which is the inside and charging modules of an EV charger.
Alright, we are here in Monaco. And there's the palace up there. And we're already seeing ridiculous sports cars. First we're here at this market, and then we're going to go check out the top of the rock here and the changing of the guard. Alright, we're here now along the marina in Monaco, picking out our next boat, and we are going to check out the Royal Prince's car collection, which has a bunch of interesting cars and a bunch of Formula One cars. And then, if you just stand here, the cars that go by are incredible. So, we've got a Model S over there, but we've seen Lamborghini SUVs going by, a Mercedes SLS Black, Aston Martins, and over there's a ton more expensive looking Mercedeses. Let's see what we find in here though.
So this is the car collection of his, I don't know what SH stands for, but His Highness, I guess, the Prince of Monaco. So this is a collection of cars that was started in the 1950s by Prince Rainier III. So he had a passion for old cars and began collecting them, and his collection gradually grew over the years as he acquired more and more models, and the garage at the palace was soon too small to contain this huge collection of over 100 sporty and classic cars. So in 1993, he decided to open his collection up to the public. In 2022, in July, so only a little over a year ago, he opened up this museum, and it's setting here right along the promenade along the water here, right next to the water sports stadium. This is a 3,500 square meter exhibition, unique in the world, and brings together around 100 different old cars, starting from a 1903 de Dion Bouton all the way up through recent supercars, race cars, and even the Lexus hybrid used for the royal wedding in 2011. The museum is open to the public 7 days a week, and anyone is welcome to check it out.
Alright, so in the collection here, we've got a McLaren and Alonso's old Renault. So these are all cars that were in the private collection of the Prince of Monaco, and they opened this up as a museum in fairly recently, actually. So you're right along the racetrack here, and now you can actually see all these cars. One of the coolest things I love about seeing like old car collections is just seeing all of the different ideas that they had before they kind of settled in on just one shape and approach. So here we've got one that's driven by a propeller. Here is this is actually a motorcycle that's got a combination pedal drive and engine drive. So not that dissimilar from like a e-bike now, except this one uses petrol. And here you can even just see how a lot of early automobile design was drawn from horse-drawn carriages. I think my favorite thing about this one, actually the lights are super cool. The hand-drawn crank here to start it. The lantern here as a maybe like a less aggressive than these giant lamps at the front form of illumination. And then look at the horn. It's got 5 different horn nozzles here. So I guess you can. Well, it doesn't look like you can pick, so I guess it's just to get 5 different frequencies all at once to make it extra loud. So here in the collection too, we've got some American cars. So a Ford Woody station wagon, Woody Whack, and a Ford Jeep. Looks like an old police interceptor as well.
Whoa.
So here's something I'd never seen before, which are auto vases. It said that they were popular between 1915 and 1940 to beautify cars. I've never seen these before. So I guess you would put these like in the dashboard and put your flowers in it? So this is a royal car for escorting around. It is a Chrysler Imperial. So a lot of these are from the 50s, which is when the prince was young, so these are probably like the ones he grew up admiring. Look at this Jaguar. This incredible Mercedes convertible. I love the wood dashboard, and look at all the dials in there. Super high tech for that time. Mercedes has always been ahead of its time with the high tech features. So this is a 220 SE Cabriolet from 1963. Okay, one second. And we've got all of these Rolls Royces too. Look at how cool the funky stuff here in the front is. You put all your badges on there. How absolutely gorgeous is this? This Ferrari 250 GT Pininfarina. I would not mind driving that up and down the Corniche here along the Côte d'Azur with this passenger. And this Alfa Romeo Giulia Spider, 1962. Also a Pininfarina. So I didn't realize Prince Albert is actually environmentally conscious, so he used this Lexus hybrid for part of the ceremony here of his wedding. I didn't actually know this one. So this is a Lexus 600 HL. So this must be one of their early hybrid ones. It's from 2011. 5-liter V8 paired with a 650 watt electric motor. So the back here is super cool with this kind of plexiglass roof. So he's also got this funky smart car back here, kind of art version. A Maserati Mistral. And Steve Urkel's car, BMW Isetta. Yes, sir. Axel, look where you're going, bud. So this is a 1960 BMW Isetta. We've got this Jaguar E-Type here. 1969. 4.2 liter. And a Facile Coupe, which I've never heard of. Oh, a Nashville Cabriolet was in the workshop. Oh, and look at this one. I love this one. Mercedes 300 SL with the gull wing doors. Oh, that's so cool. This is a Fiat 600 Jolly de Plage, a beach car.
I can
Wicker
drive
seats.
it very fast though.
This is a Lotus 7 from 1971. I think I've actually seen one of these driving around before. It might have been the Caterham version. It's a 1.6 liter engine, but it also only weighs 580 kilograms. And here, what I think is probably the most beautiful car ever made, the Lamborghini Miura. The headlights with the eyelashes. This is from 1967. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 6.7 seconds. I'm not an expert on classic cars, but I think this is the one where these tailpipes actually detach from the exhaust when you lift up the back part here. This whole thing swings up, and these tailpipes just kind of connect onto the back part, so they pop up with it. And you have a little tiny trunk here. Alright, so I admittedly do not know much about Alpine, the company that is what Renault is now called in Formula 1, but I guess they've existed for a while, because this is a 1971 Renault Alpine. A A110 1600S.
Which one is that? That one?
This blue one.
Which blue
And then we have all of these Renault ones.
That blue one? The one that says 50 on the front?
Yes, but... And then Citroen 2CV convertible. So the Prince is a big fan of Citroen Berlines, so that was his first car that he had growing up. This part's so cool, so that he's got a huge collection of F1 cars, from this Lotus to a 1927 Bugatti Type 35A, Nigel Mansell's Ferrari from 1989. Oh, that was fun. Oh, Lamborghini F1, 1991. Charles Leclerc's Ferrari from 2019. Rosberg and Hamilton, this is Hamilton's Mercedes from 2013. The Alfa Romeo Sauber from Charles Leclerc in 2018. That one, that's a Porsche Formula E car back there. So that must be from last year. And then, yeah, Max Verstappen's Red Bull. And Kimi Räikkönen, I think. Mercedes McLaren back there. This is the most information I've ever seen about a Formula E car anywhere. So this is the Porsche 99X Electric from Season 8, which I think was this year, or last year. So it has a 52 kilowatt hour battery, which is not very much, but does only need to last the race distance, and they're not that long of races. I think they're about an hour. It can regen at 250 kilowatts. It can output 220 kilowatts normally in race mode, and then boost up to 250 kilowatts for attack mode or fan boost. Maximum speed is 280 kilometers per hour. It can accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 2.8 seconds. And during qualifying, it can also do 250 kilowatts. So you're basically just limiting it through most of the race to 220 from 250. Probably to prolong the battery and also not overheat it. This uses an 800 volt architecture, so it'd be cool to see like when they actually end up using charging in the middle of the race for it. So at 800 volts for 52 kilowatt hours, wouldn't actually take that long to charge this thing up. Probably 15-20 minutes at most. Not even, maybe 10-15 minutes. Here's Kimi Räikkönen's Mercedes McLaren. Look how simple the wheel is then. It doesn't have all of the electronic stuff on it. Ooh, what's this one? From 2004. I didn't realize he started racing that long ago. So that probably explains why it's a little more analog than the ones now. If we look at Max Verstappen's wheel here, well, a lot more. Oh, looks like they actually don't have it on there. Yeah, so wheel's a little bit more complicated, but not too crazy. Alright, so we have a Lamborghini Countach from 1986. This is the car everyone in the 80s dreamed of and had really hanging up on a poster in their rooms. This one is styled by Bertoni. And there's the other one from every poster in the 80s and 90s. There's 1986 Ferrari Testarossa. You know, it's funny, in the 90s, I was promised that if you went to college, you would have both of these in your garage. And well, we've got a Tesla and a Buick. Alright, we've got these visitors from the UK. Twins. We've got a matte black one and a glossy black one. Alright, we're sitting here at the Veuve Clicquot lounge here in Monaco in front of the Hotel Hermitage, and there are two Lamborghini, what's this one called? Is this Ursus? Here. And an AMG GLC over there. Minis, we got Fiat 500s. A Mustang, ton of Mercs. But I love that it's just, oh, we got an old Fiat Cinquecento over there. Ton of Mercs, SUVs, and convertibles, of course. And we're not even at the casino here. I think this is the first electric car I've seen here in Monaco. The electric Smart. Oh, and here's a Tesla. I could just sit here all day and watch the cars go by here. Oh, and we have a Taycan up there. Look at the headlights. The headlights are so cool here in Europe because they get the matrix ones. So you can do like different designs and stuff. And a Rolls Royce. Oh my god. Another one. If you, oh no, sorry, GLE. Diesel. The G-Wagons are very popular here. Oh, and here comes the train. Alright, we're here at the Monte Carlo Casino in Monaco. And it's like, you have to be embarrassed if you show up here in your black Rolls Royce. There's like, there. Oh, sorry, that's a Bentley. Well, somebody's gonna have to change. Another Bentley. And then a smart car there. The Ferraris.
He's allergic.
Is he? Oh, took a while. I've seen more Lamborghini SUVs than any other Lamborghini. Look at all the Ferraris. Electric Benny, coolest car here. I like this Bentley, at least you have a top here. Oh, there's another Ferrari there I didn't even see. Land Cruiser. Oh, the Land Rovers. It's like a hockey player parking lot. Another, let's see here. We've got a classic Mustang. And Rolls Royce, Bentley. And, oh, and Model 3, no way! Look at the dog in there. Alright, here at the actual casino. And there is the electric smart car. An Abarth Fiat 500. Oh yeah, you gotta run that engine. Rolls Royce, Bentley, and Ferrari. And more smart cars. Good to see. I think you only got a couple more years probably here before everything here is electric.
Alright, so we actually ended up getting separated because I had to run back here because I realized I left my camera here while the kids and mommy took the ferry back to Nice.
Go! Go! Well,
Alright, we're reunited after the train that stopped and never went anywhere because they are delayed indefinitely. And then once I got off of there, I took the bus and was finally able to make it back to Nice, meet up with them, and they left me half a bucket of mussels and frites. Actually, I didn't get any frites. So, still the best family ever. Alright, now we're taking the tram back finally for a night in.
Alright, well, it was super cool seeing all of the amazing cars around Monaco and at the museum. Hope you enjoyed that quick little walkthrough and kind of sightseeing tour here along with us. With that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you out there on the road.